Imagine this. $50 million is already trying to reach you. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but it's there. Right now, the universe is sending this wealth toward you, but you might be unknowingly blocking it. Does that sound crazy? Let me tell you, it's not. In fact, this is the secret that the wealthiest people on earth have discovered and use every single day. You may think it's impossible for you to attract that much money in such a short time, but I assure you, it's not. You are just one mindset shift away from unlocking the floodgates of abundance. What if you could think and act like the wealthiest individuals, aligning yourself with the flow of prosperity? What if you could let go of the barriers that have been holding you back from receiving the financial freedom you've always dreamed of? Well, you can. It's not a fairy tale. It's the reality that's waiting for you once you allow it in. You see, wealth isn't a mysterious thing reserved for a few lucky people. It's a natural state that can be tapped into by anyone, and you have the potential to claim it. All it takes is recognizing what's already available to you and unlocking the mindset that allows you to receive it. The truth is, $50 million or more is not as far out of your reach as you might think. What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and this abundance is your own mind? Now, you may be wondering, how does this work? How can something as big as $50 million be within my reach right now? The answer is simpler than you think. It all comes down to the way you think about money, the way you relate to it, and the way you receive it. If you learn to change how you see money, if you stop believing that it's hard to come by and start seeing it as something that flows to you effortlessly, you'll start noticing how everything starts to change. But first, you need to understand the power of abundance and why it's already trying to reach you. Abundance is not something you have to fight for. It's not something that's limited to only a few people who are lucky enough to be born into wealth or who somehow deserve it. Abundance is everywhere. It's a universal law that, when understood, can transform your entire life. The key to unlocking it is realizing that wealth is already here, right now. It's all around you, and more importantly, it's flowing toward you. You see, the universe is always in motion, and wealth is part of that flow. Every day, millions of dollars change hands around the world. There's more than enough for everyone. This is a crucial point to understand. Money is not limited. The belief that money is scarce or hard to get is what blocks it from flowing into your life. The more you hold on to this idea of scarcity, the more you push abundance away. Think about it this way. There's a river flowing with an endless supply of water. You can stand by the river and let the water flow into your hands, or you can keep your hands closed, holding on to nothing. The water doesn't stop flowing just because you don't open your hands. It keeps moving downstream, carrying abundance wherever it goes. Your wealth works the same way. It's always flowing, but if your hands are closed, if you're holding on to old beliefs or negative thoughts about money, it can't get to you. Opening your hands means shifting your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It means understanding that you are worthy of receiving just like anyone else. It means stepping into the flow of wealth without fear or hesitation, knowing that there's always more where that came from. The universe is already conspiring in your favor, bringing opportunities and prosperity your way. The only thing you need to do is open up to receive it. So, what's really stopping you from receiving the wealth that is rightfully yours? What barriers are in place that prevent you from stepping into the flow of abundance? The simple truth is, most people are unknowingly blocking their own prosperity. It's not that the universe is withholding abundance from you, it's that your thoughts, beliefs, and habits are getting in the way. One of the biggest barriers to receiving is the idea that you're not worthy of wealth. This belief, whether conscious or unconscious, can be incredibly powerful. You may not realize it, but deep down you might feel that money is for someone else, not for you. Maybe you've been told over and over that money is hard to come by, that rich people are lucky, or that only certain people deserve wealth. These ideas become ingrained in your mind, and without even knowing it, you start to believe them. The truth is, wealth doesn't care who you are or where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background is or how much money you've had in the past. The universe doesn't judge you. It simply responds to your energy, your thoughts, and your beliefs. If you keep telling yourself that you're not worthy of money, that money is hard to get, or that wealth is for other people, you're sending out the message that you're not open to receiving it. The universe hears that message loud and clear, and it respects your decision by not sending wealth your way. But the moment you shift your thinking and believe that you are worthy of abundance just as much as anyone else, the universe will begin to send it your way. You have to give yourself permission to receive. You have to release the idea that you have to earn wealth through struggle or hardship. That's a false belief that keeps you stuck in a cycle of lack. Another barrier is the fear of change. When you start thinking about manifesting large sums of money, it's easy to become afraid of what that wealth will bring into your life. Will you be able to handle it? Will people treat you differently? Will things change in ways that make you uncomfortable? These fears are natural, but they're also limiting. The truth is, money is just a tool. It amplifies who you already are. If you're a good person, money will allow you to do more good. It will allow you to help others, to improve your life, and to live more fully. The fear of change is a natural reaction to stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's important to recognize that the wealth you're attracting will only enhance your life, not complicate it. Lastly, the fear of failure often holds people back from fully stepping into their potential. You might think that if you don't achieve the financial success you're hoping for, it will somehow confirm that you're not good enough or that the universe doesn't have your back. This fear causes many people to hold back and never take the necessary steps to manifest the life they want. But here's the thing, failure doesn't define you. It's simply a part of the journey. When you let go of the fear of failure and embrace the belief that everything you do brings you closer to your goal, you free yourself to take action and start receiving. By clearing these blocks, whether they're related to worthiness, fear, or doubt, you can finally align yourself with the flow of abundance. You'll open your heart and your mind to receive what's already waiting for you. Remember, the universe is always sending opportunities your way, but you must be ready and willing to receive them. It's all about shifting your mindset and creating the space for prosperity to enter your life. Now that you understand the power of abundance and the blocks that have been stopping you, it's time to make a fundamental shift in your mindset. You see, the way you think about money has been deeply ingrained in you from a very young age. You've been taught certain beliefs about money, wealth, and success that may no longer serve you. In fact, some of these beliefs might even be holding you back from receiving the abundance that's already trying to come into your life. The first step in this transformation is to identify and release your limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts that tell you money is hard to get, that wealth is only for the lucky, or that you need to work harder than anyone else just to make ends meet. These beliefs are deeply rooted, and often we don't even realize they're there, shaping our actions and decisions every day. Take a moment to reflect on your own thoughts about money. What beliefs do you hold about it? Do you think it's difficult to attract wealth, or that it's only available to a select few? If you've been holding on to these beliefs, it's time to let them go. Wealth isn't something you have to chase or struggle for. It's something you need to allow into your life. When you release the idea that money is scarce or hard to attain, you open yourself up to receiving it with ease. The key here is to shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Start thinking of yourself as a magnet for wealth. Imagine money flowing to you effortlessly, just like air flowing into your lungs with each breath. It's not about trying hard to get it or forcing it into your life. It's about relaxing and allowing it in. The moment you let go of your limiting beliefs and trust that you are worthy of receiving abundance, you begin to create the space for it to come into your life. This shift is not just a mental change, it's a shift in energy. When you stop struggling against the current and allow the flow of money to come naturally, everything will start to change. Wealth will no longer feel out of reach. Instead, it will feel like a natural extension of your life, as if it was always meant to be yours. If you've been wondering whether the universe is on your side, I want to assure you that it absolutely is. The universe is not withholding anything from you. It's actually trying to bless you right now. But the question is, are you ready to receive the blessing? Too often we get caught up in our own doubts and fears, thinking that wealth and abundance are for other people, not for us. But the truth is, the universe is constantly sending out opportunities, and it's ready to bless you in ways you might not even be able to imagine. The question is whether you are open to receiving it. The universe operates on a law of abundance. Just as there is an endless supply of air, water, and sunlight, there is an infinite flow of wealth and prosperity. Money, just like everything else in the universe, is energy. It moves in cycles, constantly flowing through different people and places. The key to receiving wealth is to align yourself with this flow. You don't have to make money happen. All you have to do is get in alignment with it. Think about it. There are so many opportunities around you every day. Money is constantly moving. The key is to see yourself as a part of that flow. The universe wants you to thrive. It wants to send you what you need, whether that's money, opportunities, or support. But first, you have to trust that these blessings are already on their way to you. You have to open your heart and mind to receive them. Letting the universe bless you isn't about forcing things or trying to control every aspect of your life. It's about surrendering to the flow and trusting that the universe will bring you what you need. When you do this, you stop working against the current and start moving with it. And when you do, the blessings will come to you faster and more easily than you ever thought possible. One of the biggest obstacles to receiving the wealth you deserve is fear. It's natural to feel fear when you think about what having $50 million could mean for your life. You may worry about how people will perceive you, whether your relationships will change, or if you'll be able to handle the responsibility that comes with it. But here's the thing. Fear is just a mental block that keeps you from stepping into your true power. Money itself is neutral. It doesn't have any inherent power to change who you are. It amplifies what's already inside you. If you're a good person, money will help you do more good in the world. If you're someone who wants to make a difference, wealth will give you the ability to support your causes and create positive change. The fear of wealth often comes from the belief that it will change you or make you someone you're not. But the truth is, having more money doesn't change your true essence. It simply makes life easier. It gives you the freedom to focus on the things that matter most to you, whether that's helping others, traveling, or simply living a life of peace and joy. It's also important to recognize that many people fear success because they're worried about the responsibility that comes with it. But just as you can handle where you are now, you will be able to handle the wealth that comes to you. The universe will not give you something that you're not ready for. And the fact is, the more you embrace the idea of receiving wealth, the more comfortable you will become with it. If you've been holding on to the fear that wealth might bring negative changes into your life, it's time to release it. The universe is not trying to punish you. It's trying to bless you. The only thing standing in your way is the fear of what wealth might mean. So, start by embracing the idea that wealth can only improve your life. Start seeing it as a tool to create more good in the world. When you release the fear of receiving wealth, you open the door for it to flow into your life in ways you never thought possible. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to attracting wealth into your life. It's easy to focus on what you don't have, especially when you're looking at your bank account and wondering how you'll make ends meet. But focusing on what you lack only perpetuates that feeling of scarcity, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle of wanting but never receiving. When you shift your focus to gratitude, you completely change your vibration. Instead of thinking about what's missing, you begin to recognize the abundance that's already present in your life. This is incredibly powerful because the universe responds to your energy. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you align yourself with a positive energy that attracts more things to be grateful for, especially wealth. Start by being grateful for what you already have. Take a moment right now and think about the blessings that are already in your life. It could be your health, your home, your family, or even the small victories that may seem insignificant but are actually signs of progress. The more you focus on these things, the more you start to realize that you have an abundance of blessings, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude works as a magnet for wealth because it opens you up to receiving. The more you express gratitude for what you already have, the more the universe sees you as someone who is ready and willing to receive even more. It's a shift from focusing on lack to focusing on abundance. And when you do this, you begin to see opportunities to manifest more wealth in your life. You don't need to wait until you have $50 million in your account to start practicing gratitude. Begin now, in this moment. Make it a daily habit to count your blessings. Acknowledge the wealth of experiences, relationships, and opportunities already available to you. The universe responds to this energy of abundance, and the more gratitude you express, the more you open yourself to receiving what you desire. Now that you've begun to shift your mindset and embrace the power of gratitude, it's time to get clear about the life you want to manifest. Having a clear vision of your abundant life is absolutely essential for attracting wealth. Without a clear vision, it's like trying to drive to a destination without knowing where you're going. The universe can't give you what you want if you don't have a clear idea of what it is. Start by imagining exactly what $50 million would look like in your life. What would you do with that wealth? How would your day-to-day life change? What would your financial freedom allow you to do for your family, your community, or the causes you care about? Visualize the details of your abundant life, where you live, what you drive, how you feel every day, and the impact you have on others. The more specific you can get with your vision, the better. When you can clearly picture yourself living the life of your dreams, you send out a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. It's like telling the universe, I know exactly what I want, and I'm open to receiving it. But it's not just about the material things. Yes, money can buy you the freedom to live how you want, but true abundance is also about the way you feel. Think about how you would feel living in abundance, peaceful, joyful, free from worry, and confident in your financial security. This emotional connection to your vision is just as important as the physical details. When you can feel the emotions associated with your abundant life, you are aligning yourself with that reality. This vision doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't need to be set in stone. The important thing is that you create a vision that excites you, that lights you up, and that feels aligned with your true desires. Once you have that vision, hold on to it. Keep it in your mind every day and feel the excitement of living that life. One of the biggest mistakes people make when manifesting wealth is obsessing over the how. They try to figure out every little detail about how the money will come to them. They wonder, how will I get this $50 million? Will it come from a business idea, an investment, or a windfall? Will I need to work harder or take a big risk? The truth is, focusing on the how only causes frustration and keeps you stuck. You cannot possibly know exactly how the universe will deliver your wealth, and trying to control it only blocks the flow. The universe works in mysterious ways, and when you try to force the process, you limit the creative potential for abundance to show up in unexpected ways. Instead of focusing on the how, focus on the end result, the feeling of having $50 million, the experiences you'll have, and the freedom you'll enjoy. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring it to you. When you let go of the need to control the process, you allow the universe to work in its own perfect timing. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't obsess over how the seed will grow. You simply plant it, water it, and let nature take its course. You know that eventually the seed will grow into a tree, but you don't waste time worrying about the specific path it will take. Trust that once you plant the seed of your desire, everything else will fall into place. The how is not your job. Your job is to believe that it's possible, to stay aligned with your vision, and to allow yourself to be open to receiving in whatever form that wealth takes. By releasing the pressure of needing to know how it will happen, you free yourself to receive the abundance that's already on its way. One of the most powerful things you can do to manifest $50 million is to practice receiving. Yes, you read that right. Many people struggle with receiving because they're not used to it. They give, they work hard, they help others, but when it comes to receiving, they hesitate. If you want to attract massive wealth, you need to become comfortable with the idea of receiving. Start by acknowledging that you are worthy of receiving. When you think about all the abundance you want, how does it make you feel? Do you feel unworthy or uncomfortable with the thought of having so much wealth? If so, that's perfectly normal. But remember, wealth is a natural part of life, and the universe is just waiting for you to accept it. The first step to practicing receiving is to start with small things. Let the universe give you little blessings and opportunities, and learn to say thank you and embrace them. Whether it's receiving a compliment, a gift, or even just a small, unexpected amount of money, take a moment to feel gratitude and accept it with an open heart. This will help you get into the habit of receiving, and soon you'll feel more comfortable welcoming larger amounts of wealth into your life. Also, practice receiving by asking for what you need. If you need support, ask for it. If you need guidance or opportunities, ask. The universe is there to support you, but you have to be willing to put your hand out and receive. When you begin to open up to receiving in small ways, you'll start to feel more open to receiving larger sums of money. Wealth flows to those who are ready to accept it, and by practicing receiving, you are preparing yourself to welcome it in abundance. As you continue to practice receiving, it's crucial to stay aligned with the new wealth frequency you've created. It's easy to get distracted by life's challenges or to slip back into old habits of scarcity thinking, but the key to manifesting wealth is to stay consistently aligned with the energy of abundance. One of the most effective ways to stay aligned is to keep your thoughts focused on your vision of abundance. Think about your $50 million life every day. Feel it in your body. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up in your dream home, drive your dream car, and live a life of freedom. Stay connected to this vision emotionally and keep it at the forefront of your mind. The more you can feel what it's like to live this life of abundance, the more the universe will start to respond to your frequency. In addition to visualizing your abundant life, practice positive affirmations that reinforce your new wealth mindset. Tell yourself every day, I am worthy of wealth. Money flows to me effortlessly. And I am aligned with the abundance of the universe. These affirmations will keep you focused on your goal and help reprogram your subconscious mind to attract wealth. Repetition is key, so make these affirmations a daily practice. Finally, keep taking inspired action. While it's true that you don't need to focus on the how of manifesting wealth, you still need to take steps toward your goals. When you feel inspired to take action, whether it's starting a new business, learning something new, or connecting with someone who can help you, follow those impulses. The universe works through you, and when you stay aligned with your wealth frequency, you'll naturally be guided toward the right opportunities. Now that you've learned the steps to manifesting $50 million, it's time to take action. The universe is ready to bless you, and all you need to do is trust the process. The wealth you desire is already on its way to you, but you must give yourself permission to receive it. Start by committing to this new mindset today. Let go of any old beliefs that have kept you stuck in scarcity and embrace the abundance that is waiting for you. Visualize your dream life, practice gratitude every day, and open your heart to receiving all the blessings that are meant for you. Most importantly, trust the process. The universe is always working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition, and it's your job to stay open and aligned with the flow. Remember, money is not something to be afraid of. It's a tool that can help you live the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to step into your power, claim your abundance, and trust that the $50 million you've been waiting for is already on its way. Take a moment right now and affirm to yourself, I am ready to receive my wealth, and I trust that it is coming. Now, if you're ready to begin this journey, I encourage you to take action. Start practicing receiving, stay aligned with your wealth frequency, and trust that the universe will deliver everything you need. Your $50 million is waiting for you, and the only thing you need to do is let it in.